Prevailing winds blew the cloud in a northeasterly direction, plunging communities.
Look how
the thick smoke, bro.
That is lung cancer right there, or lung disease right there, bro. You inhale that, you're probably gonna die, man. And it's hot. It's full of very dangerous chemicals. You know, this is the most devastating part, like how they said, the pyroclastic flow. This is the most devastating part of a volcanic eruption. Mount St. Helens, how the worst volcanic eruption in US history unfolded. I think I've heard of this eruption. Apparently, it was one of the most devastating natural disasters in US history, bro. So I'm, we're definitely fascinated to check it out. Mike, do you know anything about Mount St. Helens and the disaster?
I don't want to say anything correct, so I don't know much about this one specifically.
Yeah.
But I know that America have a lot of eruptions, so I'm intrigued to see.
Volcanoes are, bro, these are some of the most devastating, natural disasters, bro. Because it's not just the eruption, it's the after effects as well. Because it can lead to like weather patterns that are dangerous.
I'm wondering about
Stuff
the
like that.
ash that reached and how many people killed. It definitely killed probably at least 30 people, which is scary.
Yeah.
And the damage is probably
Billions.
crazy. Billions, isn't it?
Apparently,
Billions
yeah.
goes into the billions.
Yeah. But I mean, guys, we're fascinated to check it out. If you're around during that period, let us know, man, what it was like. I mean, it was obviously terrifying and scary for the people that lived, within the vicinity of this area. So, let us know any interesting information about this eruption. But, let's dive in there.
Mount St. Helens, a Washington state volcano, has been dormant for over a century, but today it erupted with smoke and ash after a week of earthquakes which rattled the area. The volcano oozed lava and belched an explosion that was heard up to 45 miles away. The blast took place about 1 o'clock this afternoon. It was the first volcanic eruption in this country since 1914.
First of all, volcanic gas and ash spewed 4 miles high today, with mudslides oozing down the
I think that's called a pyroclastic flow.
Okay, let us know if he's right in the comments. This guy be chatting.
I believe that's the most devastating part of a volcanic eruption. It's a pyroclastic flow.
Okay.
Because it can release like harmful like gases into the atmosphere, which could lead to like acid rain,
Cancers.
Cancers. What they call some type of winters that prevents crops from growing and stuff like that. So this is definitely the most devastating part of volcanic eruption.
snowy slopes of Mount St. Helens. Many area residents were evacuated as a result of that eruption. David Johnston talked about the potential danger of this volcano.
Right now, there is a crater up there about 50 feet across, about 20 or 30 feet deep. That crater was blown out by a steam explosion. Lava has not yet made it to the surface. It seems very likely that this is actually a precursor to an eruption.
How soon do you think that might occur?
Well, if it occurs, it would probably be no more than a few months on the outside, but it could be as soon as a few hours.
In Washington State, Mount St. Helens belched smoke and ash for 5 hours yesterday, then got hit with 2 sharp earthquakes early this morning. And the crater on top of the volcano suddenly is a lot deeper and wider than before. But still, scientists say they have no sign of any major eruption of molten lava in the near future.
Washington State Governor Dixie Lee Ray yesterday closed Washington State's Mount St. Helens area to lodgers, to sightseers, and to most residents.
The new activity on the mountain, the bulge on the north side, has increased the danger for a heavy mudslide or an avalanche in the area.
The ominous bulge extends for a mile. It's 0.6 of a mile wide and is raised as much as 320 feet. But whether the road is closed or not, the legendary Harry Truman says he's going to stay here at the Mount St. Helens Lodge where he's been for the past 54 years.
Really?
What?
Wait, is that the former U.S. president, Harry Truman? Do you know him, Mike?
Nah.
Yeah, how he's
What year was he in office?
Oh,
Let us know in the comment section.
like 70s or 80s or 60s. One of them.
Still good knowledge from you, though, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, that's crazy. He doesn't want to move. But the thing is, though, this is life and death we're talking about. You know,
I'm out of here, respectfully.
Yeah, man. You know, I understand.
Well, he's rich. He can get out of there, bro. It's not about me.
Nah, it's just maybe the attachments to the area. Maybe,
Nah, man.
Maybe
My
because
life's bigger than attachment. I'm sorry, bro.
maybe because his family's from there, right? And he just loves the area.
You see, I live next to the River Thames, if anyone knows about the UK. If I heard anything that the River Thames was going to flood, where I live would be in big trouble. So if we got a warning, I am out of there as quick as possible. So,
no, but the thing is, though, Mike, you're safe. The Thames barrier prevents over flooding, so
for sure.
So you're good.
Junction of having to take the act of God and 3 acts of Congress, and Congress acts slow before they put that gate back, or you're damn right of it. But I want it closed. I'm not bucking it. I want the gate closed. I don't want them up here. And as far as opening up, I'm just as happy to live this summer alone.
Harry says while the tourists are kept out, he'll spruce up the place a little and take it easy.
And another kind of disaster may be in the making at the Mount St. Helens volcano in Washington state. Another strong earthquake shook the mountain today, and scientists say that a huge bulge on the volcano may be getting ready to fall into the waters below. If that happens, it could cause major flooding, and fears of an eruption are still stronger than ever.
For the 3rd day in a row after a 2-week lull in volcanic activity, Mount St. Helens in southwestern Washington continued spewing steam and ash upwards to around 13,000 feet, 3,000 feet higher than the mountain.
It's not a question of if, but rather when. Scientists monitoring the volcano say it may soon reach its next stage, the eruption of lava.
You don't mind working in the shadow of the mountain, then?
No, not at all. There's nothing to be scared of.
Really?
More dangerous one of them trees falling on the backside.
You wishes.
Exploding.
Eating a sausage.
You gotta move, man.
Bro, it's chilling.
Whoa. Oh my goodness. Mike, did you see that? There was a kind of like a mudslide, like a landslide. That must have caused crazy devastation, bro, within that area, bro. That's mad. You know, and the thing is, it's very hard to predict when a volcano is going to erupt. So for me, the safest thing is not to live anywhere near a volcano, man, even if, you know, there's benefits. Because I know, like, apparently the soil in that area can be very fertile. So it's good for, like, growing crops and that, but, like, it's not worth your life, man.
After rumbling for several weeks, racked by frequent quakes and steam and ash emissions, Mount St. Helens finally blew this morning with a boom heard 150 miles away.
Did you hear that?
The immense eruption came
miles.
following an earthquake measuring 5 on the Richter scale. Cars parked 12 miles away on a logging road.
What was it on the Richter scale?
5.1
on the Richter scale. Cars parked 12 miles away on a logging road were overturned by the tremendous impact of the blast.
150 miles away.
Smoke, steam, and tons of ash rose over
This is
10
insane.
miles in the sky, reminding onlookers of an atomic blast. Prevailing winds blew the cloud in a northeasterly direction, plunging communities.
Look how
the thick smoke, bro.
That is lung cancer right there, or lung disease right there, bro. You inhale that, you're probably gonna die, man. And it's hot. It's full of very dangerous chemicals. You know, this is the most devastating part, like how they said, the pyroclastic flow. This is the most devastating part of a volcanic eruption. You know, this is mad.
Blast. Prevailing winds blew the cloud in a northeasterly direction, plunging communities 60 miles away into complete darkness. Accompanying the eruption were mudslides and reports of 12-foot walls of water. Several bridges were washed out.
Damn.
there is nothing to remind us that this valley was once filled with dense stands of timber raised by numerous herds of elk. Massive trees were felled in one direction by a giant gust of hot gas, 700 degrees Celsius or hotter.
One of the people missing after the eruption of Mount St. Helens is Harry Truman. The 84-year-old Truman owned and operated a 40-acre resort ranch near the base of the volcano. Tonight, at least 20 feet of mud and ash cover the area where his resort once stood.
Damn. So 57 people perished.
You know how devastating that is?
Seriously. The location of Dave's final post at the Coldwater second observation station was eventually named Johnston Ridge in his honor. Wow.
Damn. Let me read it.
Yeah.
The collapse of the mountaintop created the largest landslide ever recorded. So what is a landslide?
It's just like a volcano. It looks like a triangle, right?
Mhm.
So like it's just the side bit that just collapses. It just slides. Imagine like what I said, like a triangle, but one of the sides just falls apart. Like just slides away.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what it is basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and that can be devastating.
Look at that picture.
It's mad. Wow. That car is buried, bro. Buried.
And this guy didn't want to move. I hope he did.
The eruption spewed 520 million tons of ash across
Tons of ash.
across the United States and throughout the globe. So it wasn't just devastating for America; it was devastating to probably most of North America and Europe as well, and maybe even Africa.
Jeez. You wouldn't think stuff like this happens unless you do your research.
The 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens still stands as the worst volcanic eruption in U.S. history. It's a great view, though. But something that looks so beautiful, so spectacular, can be devastating.
That's what it looks like now.
And the thing is, I think right now it's dormant, so it's probably not going to erupt for like thousands of years or maybe even millions of years from now. I don't even know, but like I'm just guessing. So when a volcano erupts, it goes into a dormant state, which means it's no longer active. I don't know. It could be active, but like I'm just guessing in it.
No, I think we've seen that in another video.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome.
That's absolutely crazy, bro.
Sad story.
Yeah. Rest in peace to all the victims out there that lost their lives, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to the fallen victims.
Yeah, absolutely
57's
terrible.
a lot. Devastating.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let us know, man, the impact it actually had on like the American weather. Infrastructure wise, economically wise as well, especially for the state of Washington.
Or if you know anyone that was affected by it, and you know what they went through, just let us know, man.
Yeah. If you guys like the reaction, man, make sure to smash this like button. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's